Hello everyone, I hope you're good guys. Today I'm super excited. I'm gonna present you a new series of video, a little bit special. I always wanted to create my own live set to be able to play my own track live. I'm gonna do this without any pretension. I'm saying that I'm not gonna plan to play live everywhere, but the thing is, the reason why I haven't done so far is that my track honestly wasn't good enough. And yeah, the second reason is because as well I tend to have a period while I was doing melodic stuff and more like dark stuff, and I couldn't really get a really cohesive selection of track. It was like mix of dark and melodic and was not really fitting well. So since I've been lately mainly doing dark stuff, I got now like I think enough content to make a live act. I might be a little bit short to do 1 hour, but I think I can reach 45 minutes. And anyway, like time to create the whole live set and the whole thing and just thinking about the whole process, I will probably have like 1 or 2 more tracks ready to be integrated to it. So yeah, that was another reason why I haven't started live set before, is because I was always limiting myself and fixing myself like to do a live set when I can reach 1 hour. But I feel like I will never do it if I just stick to this limit. So yeah, now I'm doing it. Even if I might not do 1 hour, it's okay. So yeah, that's something completely new to me. I don't really know where I'm going. I don't know if I will be able to finish it. I don't, but I found the challenge very interesting, and I think by doing this kind of vlog, and this kind of video on my YouTube channel, it will help me to push myself to finish it. So I can't promise I will finish everything, but I will try my best. And yeah, the final result will be that I will be able to play my live set live on YouTube, and the advantage you can take from that is like you can ask me any question about anything about at that moment when I'm doing this knob, what it is doing, because I've watched a lot of people playing live, and sometimes you're like, but what are they doing? They turn a knob and you don't really know what they are doing. So that's a good thing. And yeah, one important thing I might need to help as well if you already have yourself a live set and performing, and if you have any idea about any idea, suggestion, feedback, please do not hesitate, comment, and you can even contact me by email in private message, and just to talk about, because yeah, I might probably need help. So yeah, the theory will be about that, like following the process from zero, because honestly I didn't even know how to start. So here is the first video, brainstorming. I think before to start anything is in general, it's always good to put all your idea down, write them down to be able to see all the possibility you have, all as well the problem you might encounter and stuff like that. So all of the first main question was, how do I play, which controller to use, how to arrange my track, how to play them live, what transition between track, and so on, so on. Like so many questions in my head. But my first idea was to start very simple, like creating something very simple, and then like start to add things as far as I master my live act. Because I don't think it's a good idea to do something sophisticated. I mean, to start with something sophisticated, to have to do a lot of things in real time. For example, like the idea of recreating my track live, like recreating the drum, the melody, the automation. And I think it's something very hard to do, and you need like the experience. And I think it's good to start simple, and it might come on the way like idea that you can add extra, and yeah, once you master the stuff. So based on that, the first thing came in my mind was to have like mainly audio playing that I will be able to manipulate live. It can be either by effects, reverb, EQ, FX chain, like more like playing a live version of my track rather than trying to recreating everything live step by step identically to my track. So yeah, how do I play? The thing is, because most of the controller got a channel, and because like I said, I think it's good to keep things simple. The main idea was to create a 8-channel live set inside Ableton Live. But now the question was how I divide my track in a channel. There is many possibility, It's way much more complex than you can think. So I had a few ideas before, but without really being sure. One of the things I was sure is like, if you check most of the people they use, or in the video presentation of products, you have the first channel is kick and you have another channel for the bass. Like basically they are in two different channels. But honestly, I feel like in techno, usually kick and bass are very, very important, that you cannot really put them in different track. You have to put them together, and especially when most of my track is like a rumbling bass kick, there is no really point to separate them. So here is the Ableton live session of about how I think could be good. First, so you got the kick and bass on the first channel, adds, then clap snare, percussion, and then I would put all my synth in this channel, and I have another one for all the ambience and SFX. And then dedicating the two last channel, one what I would call synth live, where I could put Ableton instrument and playing live in top of that, and another one called drum live, where I can put a drum rack and basically play drums or percussion live. So yeah, I know that it's not definitive, and the thing is, I think I really need to check each track, how I made each track, to build something from that, like to kind of make a synthesis of how all of my tracks are made, and how I could separate them in each track on the best way. So that is one thing to keep in mind, how I made my track. And other thing is, which is important, is which controller I will use. Most of the people use the APC 40 Mark II or Mark I, but for me, I'm not really interested in this one, because first, I don't really need to have like 8 faders dedicated to volume, because I will barely use them. If I want to do cut, I can use mute button. If I want to fade in or out, I can do it by automation. And even I've seen a lot of people who are performing, I just got the impression like all the faders are just like at the maximum, and they barely use them, just like sometimes to cut the kick or like to fade in the hit has something like it. But I don't feel it like very necessary to use too often to have a dedicated controller to that. And the thing is, when it comes to performance, you need to make choice, because you cannot do everything in the same time. You just got two hands, and I don't think fade in or fade out is the most interesting things to do. Plus, if I really need to for one track, for one song, I can always assign a macro and control that. Second thing, I don't really want to use the launch clip manually. So the second part of the APC 40 is very good for that, to launch clip. Like to go to one scene to another, to a clip to another, I can do that automatically. So yeah, I know it sounds a little bit like everything will be automated, but like I said, there is other stuff I want to focus on rather than just controlling volume and launching clip. So to help you understand better how I want to perform, I think it's good to talk about what controller I want to use and why. So the controllers are not definitive and can change along the process. They are just the one I've been thinking lately and who are like my top 3. So the main one will be Push 2. The main reason first is because I'm using every day and I know it perfectly. Plus, it's very good because you have quick access to mute button, to the clip launching, the drum sequencer and melodic. So like I've just said, the Push already cover all of the function of the APC 40 Mark II. So that's why I don't really need this one as well. And I can use the keyboard. There is sequencer. For example, if I put an effect rack on my track, I can have the 8 macros straight away assigned to the 8 knobs of the Push. I can switch really quickly. If I want to bring down the volume on the mix, I can click on the mix button and just drop down the volume. I can go on the session quick. I mean, it's like everything can be done very quickly. But the thing is, I don't want to have like just one controller, because if the thing is with Push, you can just control one track at once. So if you wanna change the cutoff while you are changing the decay of your art or the pitch, you need a second controller. So the second controller I've been thinking of is either using the BCR 2000 that I already got, or maybe to buy the Featherfox PE12. This is both controller who got very plenty of knobs that I can map macro, and I can map all my main kind of effect that I want to play live with. So that's what I had in mind. And another one gear I got in mind for later is the TR8S from Roland. That can be good for jamming drum live, or even a lot of my drum sample of each track and replay it live. Like basically, instead of having my drum in audio loops, I could trigger the MIDI pattern for each song into the TR8S, which be loaded with sample kits from different songs. But like I said, I want to keep it simple now, but I still keep the idea in the corner of my head for when I'll be more confident with my live set. So I hope you get more or less the idea where I want to go, like have the push out the main control station in the middle, and on my right to have like a surface controller with a lot of macro where I can turn knob and effect, and maybe on my left hand like more have like a drum machine control where I can play drum, jamming, and yeah, the push will be like more like keyboard sequencer function. So I hope you got more or less the idea of where I want to go, how I want to play. It might be hard to understand, I know, because it's even hard for myself to express what is in my head. It's like a big mess. But yeah, so the next step and the next video will be about checking all the tracks that I have, like really double checking if I really like them, if I really want to put them, checking if they are good, and then as well start to think further in the process of the license by analyzing all the songs and start to have a definite idea of how I want to separate my 8-channel track live set. So yeah, if you have any question, if you have any suggestion, feedback, do not hesitate to put comment, and do not hesitate to like, to share. I hope you like, guys, this kind of new series. So yeah, I don't know when it will be the next video because it's more like a work in progress stuff. But yeah, we're probably on Wednesday in 2 weeks or 1 week or 3 weeks. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and see you soon. Bye.